are fine.
Here we go. There's the starting of the record. Oh, that hurts my soul. Well, we didn't miss too much other than my fumbling with that first quest. Well, we're back. We'll
It's
see if
okay.
I can splice any of that other stuff in or not. If not, hey everybody, it's your boy Tatharis again. Or you may hear that twice, you may hear that once. I don't know. I made a rookie mistake and didn't start recording it after we left the beginning of town. So if I can use anything from the VOD, you'll see it. If not, we're starting now. Okay. Well, I got the first quest turned in. I put some stuff in my stash. I've spent all my money on Scrolls of Wisdom. How are you doing,
Same.
Zay?
Oh, I did the same because I was testing out the Scrolls of Wiz, the whole purchase thingy as well. And I personally did.
I think I lost Zay for a minute here.
Um,
I lost you there for a second. There was a little rubber
Same.
banding.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, you ready to go back?
Yes. Do we want to use the waypoint? Try to get to a checkpoint? Because we don't need to go back inside the mud area, right? We just need to go into the.
I think we completed that area. Let's see what the waypoint does here, real quick here.
Here, I think we can go to the Clearfill waypoint. That took us just outside the mud barrow. So I guess
Mhm.
we're gonna have to run back up to the other checkpoint, unless we can click on the checkpoints. Yes, you can click on the checkpoints. Okay. So I went to the waypoint, then I took the checkpoint to take me over to the entrance of the Grellwood.
Okay, hold on a second.
Do we now have infinite town portal scrolls? Did they get rid of those? Did they actually improve quality of life with something that's totally unnecessary?
I believe so.
Holy crap, that's an
Do
improvement.
not quote me.
Well, I
Do
mean, I got a
not freaking quote me.
there's a
But I have
button.
not seen a town's portal scroll.
Yeah, there's a button that says create a town portal.
Yes.
So that seems like the town portal scrolls are dead. Hey, welcome to like 2002. Sorry.
Okay, you.
Let's go to the
Come on,
Girlwood.
you brat.
Hey, I'm gonna be snarky if I want to be snarky. I'm feisty. I lost some of my recording because I didn't press the button because I'm a dumbass. So
Well, I am not going to deny you calling yourself a dumbass. But you have to realize that a lot of people make those mistakes. So I'm not going to give you too much of a hard time. Maybe.
I am gonna have to mess with the sound effects because they're overpowering you and unnecessarily loud. If you could please stop moving.
I stopped moving.
They didn't feel
My
so
people
bad a
are not
minute.
stopping moving, but that's a different issue.
All right, we'll try that. I turned them down a little bit more. They were already low, but now
I
they're
see a
much
book
lower.
to the lower right from
Okay,
where we are now.
we can go check out the book. Count sentencing.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat, their lungs no longer fill with air,
Okay.
and their flesh is no longer warm. In death, you are not forgiven. Your souls will remain trapped here by this ancient moor of maligned wood, and the grove will be forever denied you. Rot here in the Grellwood for all time, and good riddance.
Do you want to summon Una? I see a button here for that. I don't know what that means.
Go for it.
Okay. I press the button. Now I
She's
can't
taking a
move.
little bit of time. Oh, I think the game just may have crashed.
It did.
It crashed on me.
It crashed on me.
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna
back
try
in.
log in.
You're back. Oh,
This
I am back in.
shade, is it still alive?
Okay, there's Una again.
Perhaps it can give us the. To release that being from the Tree of Souls, we'll need more than simply cutting his rope. The ancient runes that imbue the Count's blade created the binding, and only ancient runes. There is a battlefield not far from here that runs red with rust, where the
okay.
weapons and armor of countless Ezamites still remain. We call it the Red Veil. You should search the area. There may still be power in some of those centuries-old relics. Renly. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
Okay. We have to get crap for her. Check.
Okay. I'll be right there. There you are.
I am here.
Death and decay! Magic swirls about these roots, but where is the source?
Okay. Sorry. We can keep going down that way if you want.
They're away.
There are so many different paths that we've not explored. Not that it matters. Okay, take gas. My archer has gas. Warning. I'll be curious to see how I get more spirit. I'm assuming it's going to be some type of um upgrade on the tree, or
I don't know.
an item, something we can get on our items. Ah,
Leak it.
okay. Would you like another support gem?
Sure.
Okay. Ow. They've got homing missiles. This is bullshit.
Looks like it's finished.
I'm
Tweaky.
grabbing a belt solely because I didn't have one. Oh, you got a skill gem too. Congrats.
Thank you. Let's see.
Okay. Okay.
Piece-
What do I want to put something on? What is this?
Hmm.
My sniper. Sport skill creates persistent minions, causing these minions to fight on when they're fatally wounded, dying after a short time. Sure. So my fire attunement on my skeletal sniper isn't working because apparently I need more strength. Don't know how I change. Oh, I guess I need 3 more strength. Maybe from gear and stuff. Check. I'll figure it out eventually.
Okay. So I have to say, previous impressions and impressions again on the game. The game is pretty,
Uh-huh.
and that's pretty much what I can say for right now because we haven't gone through a lot of the gameplay. Um, but as you know, it's the same thing with you. Pretty doesn't mean nothing unless you have a good game loop.
Uh-huh.
So, but at this moment, what I could say, it's pretty.
I don't know that I necessarily having a dodge is nice. I like that. I don't know that I'm comfortable with how it handles versus the other one at the moment versus how how Diablo 4 handles. Um
Right.
it's going to take some getting used to. But again, that's
Yeah.
like having not played the game. Um this wand attack I needs to die in a fire. I should remove it. I really should.
Death and decay.
It's not like I'm spending much mana right now on my attacks. I don't know if that's a
My
good or
knowledge
I
grows
mean, I
deep.
don't PoE 1 was very much a one button game. I know that was part of their intent was to attempt to change that, to
Right.
make it where you play more things.
Be a little bit more active. Yes.
Yes. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't have an answer on that yet. I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely need to
I
play
think
press more buttons, but is that because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing?
A sister in the Grellwood.
well, I am
Curious.
pressing more buttons, but it's pressing more buttons because I have different attacks, especially with my the fact that I'm using contagion and entangle. I'm pressing other buttons for attacks. They have the general um you have other powers things.
Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't like us. That was very rude, lady. Yeah, this wand attack does so little, it's not funny.
Mm.
I just upgraded it to a level 2 Chaos Bolt, and I'm still not impressed. What I need is, Contagion.
You tarried too
I mean,
long,
not
dear
Contagion,
sister.
Essence Drain.
Mhm.
For
Ditto.
now.
That's
For
where I'm
now.
going to be. That's where I'm going to be going to
Ooh,
next.
another support gen. Okay. What can I do to Contagion? Supports any skill. Sure. I'll put Magnified Area on Contagion. Why not?
I got a level. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we have a
Ah,
level. That'd be a good thing to do. Oh my god.
damn, that was loud.
Okay. I think we're just keep going straight up this way.
Okay, I think we're safe here. I'm gonna run to the bathroom while you look at your stuff too.
I did.
Be right
Actually,
back.
this would be a good place to put up a pause screen. I think
Okay.
bathroom and feed the cats really quick. We're due for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everybody,
That's fine.
we'll be right back.
Taking care of the kittens.
I did not want to interrupt your line of thought, but if I did come back to that last piece because my headphones finally re-engaged. If
No
I'm
problem.
catching right, you were talking about how melee is not great in this game.
So far, it has not felt good to me.
Well, from my memory of the first one, um, PoE and GGG have, outside of Cyclone, notoriously been shit at melee. I've heard a lot of rumblings that melee continues to be and is possibly even worse in PoE 2 than it is in PoE 1. But that's something I need to get insight from Mal on at some point.
Yeah.
There's the abbreviated what I know.
I
I,
forget the character's type. The big burly guy in PoE one was a berserker,
I think he was like a barbarian. I
something like
think.
that. He, outside of the duelist, were my favorite melee characters.
Sure. Back in the old days when
Even
the
though,
Juggernaut was Ascendancy was great, he was cool, but
hmm um, even though, yes, it took a while to get. Let's talk specifically about the barbarian. Uh, Like I said, you believe that's the name of it. That shows how long we've been away from playing PoE. Um, even though at the beginning there were still certain points that he did it did feel crunchy, and meaning that you could feel the impact of the little bit of changes that were going on to your character until you can get it to the point of, okay, now he's doing some damage. um right now with the previous league of PoE 2, the little bit I played of it, and this one, I'm just not feeling it. It feels like you're trying to attack a creature with a toothpick.
well, this is why I chose a ranged character, and I don't even trust that ranged is enough. That's why I have minions. So I hear you. Um, do you need a moment to eat and breathe since you were holding down the fort?
Uh, Malintenson.
Hello, Mal. I don't know how long you've been here. Yeah, I just took a quick AFK. We needed a bio break, and the cats needed food. Oh,
He is lurking.
okay, that's fine. Anyway, I told him, yes, I look forward to talking about this later because we're definitely going to be due for a ramble. Maybe we can carve some time out next week to do it or something. We'll see.
Gotcha. Okay. Whenever you're ready, we can continue.
I am ready. I will sneak bites of food in between. If you need to sneak a bite of food before we continue, that's fine. Like I said, I know you
No,
were
I'm
holding
good.
down the fort, so
It's okay. I was being opinionated.
I mean, I have been focusing on just playing,
Red Veil.
and
Is that where? Well, we also have
yes,
Rune Seeker. Let's see where the Rune Seeker
the
is.
Rune Seeker. I believe we have to go to We have to go get the stuff from the Red Veil to bring it back to Anna so that she can do something with the tree. If I remember
Okay.
right. They're linked, if I remember right.
Okay. Then let's go to the Red Veil.
Okay. Yeah. And basically, like I was saying, I've
Blood,
mostly been
bones,
focusing on
and rust.
playing
Death
and
in
commenting on things
abundance.
that confuse me and not getting too in the weeds with major critique right now, just kind of moving forward with
Putrefy.
exploring the game.
A lovely creature.
That makes sense. Because Lord knows, I'll have a lot to say later. Not saying I won't say things. I'm just...
I know. I'm just laughing because of the fact that it's like my brain went to the whole. When don't you have a lot to say?
Let's
When you're
see.
asleep.
If you want to ask me about the latest developments in the agricultural sector, I got nothing.
Yeah. Um. Yes.
If you want to know what the latest thing finance bros are talking about, I got nothing. I leave that to Luke Stevens.
I get it.
Not that he's a finance bro, but he does have a degree in finance, as anyone who's listened to one of his streams shall know.
Well, if I really want to get you rambling on and for a bit, anyways, I could get you talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Just Dungeon Crawler Carl is awesome. There's a scroll of wisdom for you up here.
Oh, thank you. Not that I really needed one, but you know.
Yeah, well, it was yours, so you should have it. Since we're not doing a deep dive, since we're not done with the last book yet, I'll just say I'm enjoying. I'm so far I'm enjoying the new book. It is cool. I look forward to seeing how it progresses, and go from there.
Yes. I am. Hmm. I am sad in a sense that we're getting close to the end of the series. Although I am hopeful that maybe he is saying an end of the series with respect to having the main characters, Donut and Carl, being the protagonists.
He has another book that came out recently that we should probably take a look at some point.
Are we wanting to do that rune that was over here?
Yes,
Okay, and you just kept walking on.
but you kept walking on it. Then you stole the.
No,
Then
you
you
know
stole the thing.
you can kiss my butt.
It's
I was
true.
fighting creatures. Now I'm walking on because you're giving me shit.
Yeah, it's my job.
Come on, you. Plus, I got a level. Fine, you can handle. Oh, there's some money.
Let's see. What do we got?
Banana.
Uh,
Please, not bananas.
no banana. That requires a martial weapon? Oh, or a wand or staff, 6% increased energy shield rate. Or if you put it in armor, it regenerates 35% of maximum life per second. You know, if I could find a stupid white base that was actually halfway worth of damn for my character,
Mm.
uh, tell you what, I'm gonna do a lesser rebirth rune because reasons. How's that?
Okay.
Here we go.
Now I got frozen.
Potion, potion.
I did.
That was also to me, because I also took a big hit there. Don't like the moonbeams. Good job. We
Hit it.
survived.
Game, I don't need any more scrolls of wisdom. Poof.
Okay, I don't see how to use the runes, but that's fine. We'll figure it out at some point. We gained a level. Hey, hey, that's cool. Minions deal more damage, intelligence, increase spell damage. Yes, I'll do that. Thank you. I'm gonna go up this way. Okay. Yes.
Give me one moment.
I've got like a priest's outfit. God, I'm a fraud.
I just got a notification from Nose.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's very likely that he did, in fact, refracture his toe.
Oh no.
Yeah. He says that his pain is insane. He's definitely gonna need an ice pack and definitely a couple drinks tonight to deal with the pain.
That is no bueno. Then he's gonna have
No,
to deal with that boot again for a little bit.
I agree. Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
Um, I'm ready.
Okay.
The obelisk of rust was down here. We were kind
Okay.
of loosely headed towards it when we went
Turn
back for
back.
the other thing. Yeah. For good reasons.
Perhaps this is what we need.
I see rusted chests.
Choose.
You ready to click on the obelisk of rust?
Sure. I think some of my skeleton warriors are fighting all over the place.
Defeat
Go
the
for it.
monsters.
Nice.
Impudent undead.
Got a quest item.
Same. I don't need a quarterstaff.
Oh, there's a yellow up here.
Yes. That's all you, boo.
Okay. It's nothing either of us want, though.
Mm. I never said it. Did.
Yeah. I think secrets in the dark. Collect 2 more runes of power. Okay. I guess we should go get runes as an option from that thing.
Okay.
You probably still need I think only I got one, so maybe you have to choose it next time or
I
something.
have 2 more runes of power that I
Okay,
need.
then it qualified. I was just concerned.
Putrefy.
I think we could teleport back to the tree.
We might be able to.
Ooh, yellow
Oh, it's a
rusted chest.
yellow chest.
You've got a
Uncut gem for you.
uh oh, it was the other way. Okay, I see. So 4 gems. Sweet. Do we want to go back to town to empty inventory and then we can
Sure.
travel?
Sure.
Lord knows there will always be more shit for us to fight.
Mm.
Okay, what do we want now? You- What do I got? I've got magnified aura. Sure.
How many charges? 10, 60.
Good day. Care to see what we can smith?
Okay.
All right, hand it over.
Okay, control left
Fine.
click is
I'll
letting me
find a use
sell.
for it.
Why this wasn't doing it before? I don't know. But whatever.
Watch the stars.
I am in the Red Veil right now.
Okay. Going to the waypoint. Grellwood, Red Veil. Did you just go back through your portal?
I went back through your portal.
Okay.
Or are we going to?
Well, we have to go back to the other zone.
To
So,
Growwood?
yes.
Okay. Then I will travel to Growwood instead. I am back with Una at the in front of the hooded one.
Same. You ready for this?
Go for it.
I see you've already found the veil and some of the runes we need, but I don't think they will be enough. Return to the veil and search for more. Renly will know how to follow.
Okay.
Keep searching the veil.
I guess we need more runes. Okay. Back to the
Yep.
Red Veil. Ooh, I see a second obelisk of rust to the north.
Okay, let's go.
I guess the rune it was talking about was not related to the legacy thing. It's related to this. This was just barely out of our sight. We didn't see it earlier.
You ready?
Yeah, touch it. I touched the last one.
Great.
Infection!
There's the ruined guard.
That voice.
Yep.
He sounds like fun.
And looks like we need one more rune.
Yep. Let's see if we can cut through over here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yes. Now we just need to find where. Well, there's a checkpoint. That's
There it is.
okay.
There's the third.
Touchy touchy mano dachi dachi. Go.
The Rust King.
Ow. Your mama was a hooker.
His mama was, in fact, a cooker.
No, I said hooker. Ow.
Ow. Ow.
Woot.
We live.
Very loud
Ooh.
and very dull.
Let's see what goodies I got.
You say, here's a thingy
Wah.
for you if you want it. It's not amazing, but it's something.
Let's see what I got.
Uncut skill gem. I think that might let me get Essence Drain. Yes.
Okay, this is not. No. You can have it. Yes, I need to pick up Essence Rain. That is part of my build.
I'm getting rid of that stupid wand attack.
Let's see. Let's put that there. Put Contagion there. Okay. That's an armor. That's a strength. Bleh. No. Okay. Fine. If you're not gonna pick it up, I'll pick it up. Psh. Psh. Right. Okay.
You ready?
I guess now we need to go back to the Clearfelt encampment.
Yes. I'm going to go to the waypoint. And then from the waypoint, we can go back to the...
To Growwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Secrets in the
Ooh,
dark.
nice.
Well, actually, we
I see
could
you've
talk to her
already
first.
found relics with the runes we need.
Right.
What
Okay,
Renly
where's
will
she?
know how to forge them.
Okay, we have to take him to Renly to
Bring-
forge them. That's all
Stay
she
safe,
says. So yeah, we gotta
if
go
you
back to
can.
the encampment, talk to Renly, forge
Here
the
are your
relic.
spikes, but be cautious. They stayed warm after forging, no matter how many times I would ask what you need these for, but
Okay, rune spikes. Thank you. Now we
The
have to
tree must
travel to
bend
the
to
Sea of
my will
Souls.
now.
Okay,
I'll be right there.
it is fine.
Okay. Talk to her.
You have them. Stab them into the runewood sights.
Okay,
Stay safe,
we have to
if you
stab the
can.
seals.
Good. Now the others.
Do as I command. Release this shade to my service.
Huh. Oh, it's not happy.
He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Though, this wound. We should take him back to Clearfell. Bye.
Okay,
Okay.
we have to speak
Let's
to
go back to
Renly
camp.
and return to the camp.
Yep. Mm.
Okay, Una, what do you want?
The wound. It should be fatal, but somehow he clings to life. I fear it will not be long until his song ends. Only by a count's hand can this binding be released. I know an old tale, one that speaks of a ring we might be able to
Okay.
recover. Buried 3 centuries, the grim tangle.
Una.
The overgrown sinkholes and gullies that run beneath Ogham can lead you there. The path is dangerous, but go back to the Grellwood.
Great.
Stay safe, if you can.
I heard you're heading for the village. When I fled for my life, there was no time for me to grab all my smithing tools. If you do manage to reach my forge, You should find them and bring them here. I'll set up a bench and we can see about working on your equipment.
Great. Okay. So we have to go to Ogum Village, and we need to find the entrance to the Grim Tangle. When you are ready, of course.
I am ready when you're. I have an iron rune and a lesser ward rune that I need to find slotted equipment for, but I am ready.
Okay, well then back to the Grellwood, it looks like.
Okay, I am here.
We need to find entrance to the Grim Tangle. There's also supposedly a chest that we did not find in a witch's hut.
I am the apex.
Okay. Could it have been that one witch that we killed?
Totally could have been.
Suffer and die.
Totally could have been. I think it's her hut is south of us if we want to look.
Yeah. Can't hurt, right?
Nope. We're learning. I just realized when you're on the map screen, it kind of shows you the big things in each zone.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm following you because I have the little map on the upper right,
I
not
bet
the
it's the
overlay.
cauldron inside that's glowing.
Yeah, it is. We missed it.
Okay.
Shit.
Probably nothing else down here, but
Probably.
we won't know unless we keep circling. Ah, there it is. Ugly as a picture. Ah, zombies.
Don't complain about zombies. You'd probably have one as a pet if you could.
Yes. But they're not under my command, so that's bullshit.
That's amusing.
Our character is very, very evil. I mean, at least
I don't know what you're talking about.
her voice
I'm not
lines,
evil at all.
they're evil.
No. Mm-mm.
That was, I mean,
I'm
that
not
was
evil. You
always the
want to
way.
know why?
Why? You
I'm
said
wearing
so?
white. No, because I'm wearing white.
I mean, that's a good theory you got there, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for you. Neither of us are Gandalf the Grey and or White.
I know.
I see two chesticles.
Hmm.
Probably one of the little passages to the left, if anything, because this is sinking back up. Let's check. Nope, that's
I
nothing.
think we got split up.
I'm just trying to check the little outcroppings here to make sure there's nothing. Nope,
Coming.
there's nothing over there.
Mm.
Mushrooms
I
everywhere.
found the Grim Triangle.
Okay, good. Then let us proceed to the next zone. Oh,
If I can get a
The
moment,
roots
please.
here have a
Yes.
mind of their own. I'll need to convince them to part for me.
those are okay. Nothing too terribly exciting, but I would like a better scepter. That would be great.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. We were just chilling.
If the Fae spirits are still watching, I believe they will help us. Please, wait a moment.
Okay, I think we need to.
The old magic still thrive. The way's open.
Into the
I can
Mushroom
create
Kingdom.
better. Drain.
Don't worry, there is no Mario here. No
I hope
Mario
not.
Mario or Luigi Mario. But there is death everywhere. Have gas. Aha.
Hmm.
Look, Ervig, the Rotten Druid, is ahead of us. He
I
is
see a chest.
what we call a beach.
And there was shit and nothing in that chest.
Well, it sounds like there was something. Shit.
Ooh, a bone wand. Ooh.
Well, I definitely could use a better wand, but
You want it?
no. That is not what I qualify as better.
You don't like the bone wand.
Not really.
Yes, I did a little. Ooh, a loop de loop in a door somewhere. Oh no, that may
That's
be
the
the door
door to
we came
the.
through.
Yep, we came in from.
Putrefy. Rank before mushroom.
Take that.
Den of the
This
Druid.
druid has seen better
The
days.
rotten druid. Ow. He's fucking me up.
Trying to get him off your ass.
No, now it's his tentacles.
Ah, you motherfucker!
Oh fuck.
I died.
Well,
I threw a
that's
rock.
really unfortunate.
I can be revived if you have the opportunity.
Don't know how.
It's supposed to be something that's over my head
Yeah,
At least he
no.
died in
that
a
you can
place he
click on.
loved. Or some such nonsense.
Oh, you have to hold it down the whole time. That's not intuitive whatsoever. I could use some better tutorialization.
Let me see. Let's put that on. Another rune.
Uh, Essence Drain. 20% duration of supported skill and damaging ailments they afflict. Sure. Supported skills remove 100% of your. Interesting. I'm gonna go with Swift Affliction first.
Four. We have a checkpoint on our lower right.
Yes, I'm just chilling, waiting for you to be ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Death and decay.
Whoa!
Toehold on leg.
There was one of those dogs that just pushed me, almost pushed me all the way out of the area.
Uh, You had a doggy treat that they really wanted.
Apparently so, and I think it was me.
Okay, that's a dead end.
Yes.
Go, Meat Shields, go!
Mal says he's going off stream to hang with us and asked what I'm playing, and I said I'm
Oh.
playing a Chaos ED Witch.
Yes. So we're playing something similar only because the gem items are so limited right now. My intent is to go Infernal Summoner, potentially? Which, based on your unhappy stream, I'm concerned about, Mal. But I definitely want to get into the details with you later. Again, we've only been playing for a couple hours. This is my first time. I'm fumbling through everything in PoE 2.
I don't know if he can actually hear us talking at this moment. I don't know if he's gone off his stream yet.
They did say, true. I said I got off stream to hang with you.
He did say I got. Okay.
Uh,
Well, I'm just making sure that he's not talking to the ether.
you are welcome to hang with us, sir. And if you wanted to talk in Discord, we could move channels too. But
True.
if you also were just on stream, so I'm putting no pressure there. You hang out and do whatever you want. You're welcome to be here. Okay. Let's do
I can just
an
invite Mel
artificer.
onto this channel.
That's fine. If your Discord is not set up, it is not a problem. Zay, let me know when you're ready and I'll hit the button.
I am ready.
Okay.
You should have served me.
Yes, you should have served me. Then you would be on my side,
Hey.
the winning side.
Hit it.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh-wee.
I got a blue bone wand.
Hey, you're
Gimme.
ahead of me. Creates a or level an existing gem up to 3. I like that. I would like to level. We are gonna level Contagion to level 3. Was
All
that the right
physical.
choice? I don't
Oh,
know.
that's the one thing. No,
Let's
fine.
get
I'll
another
try the
support gem.
bone one. And
Oops,
you
it
know
was
what?
Essence
Get rid
Gem.
of these quarterstaffs.
I was going to do Minion Pact. Why not? Let us move over, which might cause us to have to disconnect and reconnect from voice really quick so we can talk with Mal, because he's online.
Sure.
1 second.
Uh,
Hello, hello.
Hello.
hey, what's up?
Hey, not too much. By the way, you do not need to stay here. You just did a stream, so you are welcome to just hang out. I just thought if you wanted to vent a little bit after your stream, give us insight
Oh, I
on
don't.
why you were unhappy. I'm curious.
Mainly, I'm unhappy because of certain playstyle configurations that they did. Okay,
Okay.
so um, the Infernalist that I'm playing is not a summoner Infernalist. It's
Okay.
actually a fire Infernalist, and it's supposed to be for just burning things,
Another
setting
of
things
those
on fire, and things like
inscriptions.
that. Well,
Should get the rune seeker in here.
one of the strongest powers that you can do as an Infernalist, if you're not running Summoner, is running Ember Pulsate.
Okay.
So the problem with it is, if I'm WASD, it works perfectly fine. You can move around and you hold the right mouse button,
What's
and it
this?
charges, and then you can
These
let it go.
inscriptions.
Well,
I've never
if
laid
you
eyes on
do
them
not
before.
do
Give me a
WASD,
moment.
or controller. It works on a controller. I tested both of them. So
Okay.
the controller works. But if I do a mouse driven, which I like playing ARPGs with the mouse.
Illuminating.
Same.
Same.
So
energy
if
from the
I'm
runestones
left
seems to have
left
refined
mousing
more
to
like this
move
than
and you
keep up
use
a
the right
search.
mouse, guess what? It does not charge the full save at all. So the full save does what happens is it charges it and it makes these little fireballs that hover around your head. When you
Okay.
let it go, they stream out and hit the enemy. Well, each one that hits the enemy, the next one gets stronger by a percentage. So it's behooves you to move around and to right click,
Yeah.
hold, move around, and let it go. And then you can demolish bosses and kill things a lot easier that way. Well, that didn't work. It's broken. So
Is it
since
been
that's broken,
acknowledged? I mean, I know we're early. It's the weekend, but
I don't know if it's been acknowledged or not.
okay.
But also, there's another thing with the Infernal list, which you're not going to run into because you're doing a summoner.
Yeah.
But there's a thing on the Infernal list that turns your mana into Infernal Flame.
Okay.
I don't take orders from you, but I
It doesn't.
prefer
Your mana,
symmetries.
the blue in your mana disappears, and you used to when you cast stuff, a little red flame. It's well not a flame. It's like a red mana kind of goes up to fills up. As soon as it fills up, you take damage when you your overfill. Well, guess what? When you switch into it, it's blank. You can be casting, and you'll see it say Infernal Flame, and you'll see it going up, but you will not see the bubble moving at all. So you have to watch that number, or you die, or you can kill
Ugh.
yourself.
Ew.
So that's a second bug, which inside of the build that I was playing, those are both of those are just like you just messed up my whole entire what I was
Yeah.
planning on doing.
So are you gonna switch over to a summoner? Are you gonna change archetypes, or are you just changing character completely?
I completely changed over to a different character.
Okay.
I'm actually running a sorcerer right now.
Okay. Cool. But not melee. I'm assuming not
No.
melee. Zay had a little
No,
rant
not
when she was
melee.
holding down the fort while I was finishing
Definitely
feeding
not
the
melee.
cats and getting food. Yeah, okay. Well, sir, if you are still up for it, not this weekend, maybe next weekend or after, maybe we can try to plan some time to once I've had time to actually seriously play more than, barely the first act, maybe we can talk about what I've uncovered. I mean, I've kibitzed a little bit on stream so far, but so far I'm kind of just taking it the story, just experiencing. Then every once in a while, I'm like, I go, hey, that doesn't feel good, you know?
Yeah. So what's your take on it so far?
I mean, it looks nice. That's great.
Let this
Um,
be a testament for all time.
The I
The
don't
eternal
know that I
Empire
like this
stakes
little
claim
movement
over this
slow walk
land, both
thing.
in life and
I'm not used to how it
death.
works. So I end up walking towards a boss because I point kind of in their direction and then try to attack. If that makes sense. And
Yeah.
Lord knows I don't want to be next to him, so that seems like a poor idea. So I'm getting used to those kind of little changes in the movement scheme.
Oh well. Have you tried sprinting yet?
I mean, I know you're supposed
I
to
have,
be
and I
able
know
to.
what you're probably going to.
I mean, I did the tutorial, and I just pressed it now since you asked. I mean, I've done a little bit of that, but nothing past just basic. I ran a little bit. Why?
Well, you can only sprint to the right of the screen, not the left.
Oh God.
Hold your mouse to the left, and you still go right when you press sprint. So
Well,
try to
I'm able
walk to the
go
left,
sprint to the
Oh.
left.
and then
At least
hold
on
the
my
sprint.
screen. Yeah, I
Oh,
can
it's
sprint to the
working.
left. It's just, my biggest issue with it is the fact that the whole thing, if you make one wrong move while doing a sprint, you basically bump against something and it's
Yep.
like,
I just did that as you said
Oh,
something.
yeah, that happens. But yeah, on one of the bugs for a lot of people is if you got your mouse button and you put your mouse button to the left, and you're running to the left, and then you roll to the left and you hold and go into sprint, you automatically start going to the right.
That's terrible.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty
I
bad.
went in the tomb, by
Yours
the way,
didn't
Zay.
do it. Yours didn't do it, which is actually, I was like, hey, his works. He's lucky.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah,
Come in the
I went
tomb,
into a
Zay.
whole
Come
I
in
went
the
into a
tomb.
whole rant with I'm coming,
Then continue.
you brat. I went into a
You
whole
went,
rant about the whole um how the melee characters feel. I
Mm-hmm.
started out playing last league I played a little bit with Nose, and I was playing a warrior initially, and it did not feel good to me at all. I switched over to an archer, and I was a happy girl. Um, and this morning before Nose went to work, I started playing with a monk, and I had to go through 5 times to kill that very first intro boss with a monk.
ah, okay. So there are a couple of things that I will say is there is some intricacies that you need to know. It's kind of like right now with PoE, Path of Exile, just regular one, not the new one, or not this one. But there is a thing with um the shadow, and if you're running the shadow and you're trying to use Cobra Lash, if you do not upgrade your weapon at the every individual chance, and you do not do certain things, you are subpar on damage. Inside of Path of Exile 2, the one thing that I will say is that the game is built around you need to have your damage. If you do not have your damage, you might as well go ahead and kiss your butt goodbye, and you're fighting the boss for 20 minutes and die because you can't dodge anymore, and then
Mm-hmm.
you go back in and you have to do it again. As long as there are forgivings. If you're a summoner, it's much forgiving. It's really forgiving because they're doing the damage for you, and you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. You can run around a little bit because the minions will stay on focus.
Right. Um, and so you don't get that issue with archers as much and with spellcasters. Now you do have to choose the right spell and the right thing for your archer
Okay.
to be able to maintain and be able to do good damage. But it's a lot more forgiving for those individuals than it is for melee.
I'm not surprised. I expect I'm going to have a lot of criticisms as the game goes on versus right now, but the intro, it's okay. I'm already concerned that in a game where it was already all about one shots because they couldn't think of any other way to balance PoE 1, the fact that they took a lot of inspiration from Dark Souls to build this one, right? Like that's a big red flag to me that I think is going to be a long-term problem. And some of your commentary already only leads me to go, yeah, I know where I can see the places I'm going to have a lot to say, shall we say, once we get farther. But I mean, the basic game, it's fine. Hey Zay,
Yes.
that was mine. I dropped it on the floor. I couldn't pick it up.
Well,
Could I
sorry.
please have those robes? Thank you.
Yes.
I am full. That's why I
That's what
let
you
you
get.
know.
Brat.
You can have any of the other stuff though. Do you mind if we go back to town to get rid of this crap since we're kind of casually wandering through?
I'll think about it. Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you hanging, sir. Like I said, you don't have to hang out in voice or whatever. You're welcome to go get some rest after a stream. I will not be
Oh
offended.
nah,
But
I'm good. I'm still playing. The
okay,
only reason I get off of a stream is because I don't want to talk all the time.
yeah,
Sometimes.
fair. You're also welcome to stay quiet in the background, and Zay and I will go back to our normal banter if you want to. But in other words, I'm not trying to get you to go crazy or anything, right? I just was saying, hey.
Yeah, yeah, understandable. I I will
Whatever you
I'm
let
here
me
if you
know.
need me, but I'll just be quiet on the side.
That is totally
That'll
fair.
be
I mean,
useful.
in the future there are going to be a metric ton of questions I'll probably have. Maybe I'll get a spit of PoE education here, but I'm just kind of
That'll be useful.
going through them, experiencing what we experience, seeing how it works, and then, assembling my thoughts for a bigger conversation when we get to the
Stick
end of
to
it.
the cairn.
Only minor kibitzes will occur right now.
Minor.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I like this walking system. That's my concern. We'll see how it goes from there, though. It may get better. It may get worse.
Realize I'm just giving you shit.
I am dropping some robes on the floor for you when you come back through the portal that you can review and see if you like
Okay.
them.
Well, I am selling some stuff.
Yeah, take your time. I am just letting you know. I have things here. Essence Drain. I have 2 things in Essence Drain.
I'll put this stuff away.
I guess it's time to put something in Unearth.
Okay, it's time to put stuff into my currency tab. And I can sell these flasks. They can go to heck. And back. Except that one.
Okay.
Okay. Let me
Here's a simple question for you, Mal. How do you improve how many support gems you can put on things?
There is something called a jeweler's orb.
Okay.
And you use it on your jewel, and it'll get you more supports.
How about for the number of types? So, like, for instance, I'm supposedly can only have 1 strength, but I've got 2 strength applied, so only 1's working. How do you
Um,
improve
you
those?
have to go to your inside of your what you want to call it, inside of your tree, add strength, and then when you add strength, you'll be able to use more strength jewels.
Okay, it's literally
Same with
just
dexterity.
so I can attach 8 intelligences probably because I have 80 intelligence. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I suppose I knew that on one hand, but then looking at it, it goes, you have 2 of 1. Well, that's because I haven't put any extra strength. Okay, makes sense. If you don't mind, Zay, I would love to take that because I'm still using a crappy twig thingy.
I know.
Thank you.
I ended up it dropped an orange mask on the floor that I put
Nice.
on. We'll see how it works. I don't know. But it's orange, so I said, ooh, pretty.
Fair. That is a fair suggestion right now. We will see how this compares. So nothing like what you're used to, but Diablo 4 did add a little bit of crafting with the Herodric Cube in this latest expansion.
Oh, that's cool.
You will laugh at it compared to what you can do in this game, but since I don't understand how to craft, that hasn't changed.
Well, crafting here isn't that great either, but it's better than it used to be.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure I'm going to bitch about that a lot because I'm going to not have any clue what I'm doing. But, baby steps, right?
Yes, it's always baby steps.
Right. Get out of here, you night gaunts. Ooh. What I really need is something that gives me plus strength on a necklace. That'd be great.
Woohoo!
So
Congrats.
one of the things you can do is you've already got the hooded one, right?
The hooded one. We we got him from the tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
So
still like
he
unconscious or whatever. We're in the
yeah, he's
graveyard.
unconscious. Never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind. What I was one of the things is when he does wake up, you have the ability to go in and refund one of those points that you put intelligence on, change
Mm-hmm.
it into strength or change it into dex.
Cool.
That's one of his features.
Okay, we'll get
It's
there.
a feature.
You like the way I said that, right? Features.
Uh huh. Oh, I believe me, I noticed it. Okay, you. Whenever you are ready.
All right. Let's go for armor scraps. Why not?
Oh, hold up. What did you have?
It was pretty lame. It was armor scraps, blacksmith or something. Uh-oh. I am frozen. I expect I will be dead
Oh
here
no.
shortly.
Yeah.
That's probably a game crash? Yep.
Yep, that's a game crash.
Logging back in.
Same.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm not dead, though.
I was still alive.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Woo!
Hey,
Apparently, our minions handled a lot of that.
go, minions, go. Disco Inferno. Yeah, that was not a very exciting Artificer's Challenge. It was blacksmith, whatever, armor scraps, and I think like an uncut skill gem, which I could have done, or support gem, but I was like, eh.
All right, so that's what I was about to say. That's why I was before you're getting ready to start. I was like, hold up, what was that? Uncut skill gems
It was
are unless you're filled, all your stuff is filled. Um, are probably very very important because they don't drop as often as you want them to.
sure.
So if you're ever like, oh, I need to make sure I got all my supports filled, do never pass up an unsupport an uncut support gem.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if it says uncut spirit gem, grab it.
I've not seen any of those yet.
Same. Okay.
Let's rock.
What if I don't want to?
Then you can just sit there. That's fine.
No.
Death and decay.
There is a strong box.
Yes, I noticed it. Oh.
Well, that's better than nothing. Hit it when you're ready.
Whatever's in here, I'm taking it.
Oof.
Yeah, that's some choppiness. One yellow? That's fine.
Special.
He's dead.
it's a strength thing. Let me see what this bone. Okay.
Ooh,
I
grants
will put on
charges
that
per
bone.
second. That seems great. Considering you can only charge them at a well. Where am I going next? I am going to go up this way. It's dangerous to
Where?
go alone. Take this.
Don't you start that.
Okay.
Okay. Checkpoint.
I guess that means we're going the right way. Yes, that looks like a mini boss or boss. Or a hole in the floor.
Show me your power.
No, that's definitely a hole in floor and a boss. So both.
I am dead.
No escape. Just die already.
Well, that was interesting.
I am trying.
I know.
Right of the fall through. Your soul is mine. Insolence. No escape. Right of the fall through. Insolent fool. Insolence.
I don't think I'm going to be able to revive you.
Well, that's all you.
I know. I'm trying to lure her away as far as I can.
Right of the fourth moon. How dare you disturb me?
Ow! That hurt my soul.
Well, I'm gonna guess she dropped those green circles on me, but I totally didn't see them and I just died. So, not like I helped you any in this fight.
Foul intruder.
Wit and rot. Conquer. Now, my love, I call to you.
God damn it.
Foul intruder.
No escape.
Hey, you almost got her to half.
Of the fourth moon. To me, Draven. You
Intruder.
now, you are mine forever. To me, Draven.
I keep trying.
Intruder.
Wilt and rot.
I don't like the revive mechanic in this game, I'll say that.
Now,
Oh my
Gotcha!
god, I'm awake!
still, my love, I call to you.
It is not sensible, in my opinion.
Yeah, the revive mechanic is kind of weird. It's 3 small, then a big one. Just so y'all know.
Sorry, what was that?
3 small circles, then a big circle. Just so you know.
Yeah, I never saw them. I just died.
To me, Draven.
I saw them once they was trying to res me. But I'm dead again. I got trapped in a circle and couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you got to get out those bones.
There was nothing I could do. I was stuck in the
Yeah,
bones.
you roll at it or attack it, whatever. You got to get past it, get that roll, get out, because that stuff is ruthless. Because she drops like something inside the circle, which of the
If you can
bones.
destroy them, that'd be great to know. But there's definitely nothing in the game that indicates they can be destroyed, and it's not like you have that
They
much
don't
time.
they don't even give you a health bar.
Right. So there's.
You just got.
I was stuck against a wall. There was nowhere to go, so I just died.
Right. Right. Yeah. So when it happens, you just kind of choose one spot and hit it, and try to get out of it.
That's a really big fail as far as I'm concerned of the game, and that will go into something I'm probably going to
Yep.
hammer a lot. Their telegraphing of anything in this game so far has been hot garbage. The revive button doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to do it outside of combat, and then I'm like, oh, that's how it works. So they have a lot of room to go there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
if there's one thing oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I will say that the like you were saying, the revive mechanic. There's a lot of small things that you kind of learn going through, but it's like, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, but and a lot of diehards are going to say, well, you should just learn it. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't make learning it any easier. That's a fail point that needs improvement. The one thing I'll say about Diablo is, Lord knows they know how to telegraph things most of the time. Not saying it's a better game by any means, but they're going to be, I'm going to have constant comparisons because we've played a decent amount of Diablo 4 recently, so.
Yeah.
Except this last league, we only really played it for about a week.
I will say that the only reason I refuse to play Diablo right now is I'm still irked about it costs what to get the extra.
This is their problem. We said this when we did our Ramblecast, during the COVID days. If there's a monetization strategy, it's included in Diablo 4. There's a bunch of very scummy things they've done. I've also given them no money for microtransactions, and I never will.
Wish I
But
could say that about Nose, but he loves his microtransactions and cosmetics.
It's those damn Zoomers. I'm joking.
Yeah, I better not say that because he's not a Zoomer.
I love saying that every once in a while just to mess with him. But the core of the game is in the best place it's ever been. But it costs money. I can't. Yeah. I'm not sugarcoating it, right? To get the full experience, that game costs bare minimum of $120, $130. Because that's basically what the base expansion was like, $70 if you didn't do early access, and then 2 box expansions. And then at every turn, they hold a hand out and say, "Give me money, please," as well.
Mm-hmm.
Versus this game, which is free to play. I haven't paid a cent for PoE 2. I went and claimed my my key because we have spent money on PoE 1 in the past, right? So
all I gotta say is, damn it, Mal. I saw it. That's kind of holding on to my.
What'd he do?
I don't have your name. You gotta open your character sheet so I can actually invite you, but as a friend. But Isaiah's name was on the thing, so I invited her and I sent her a message.
Tria _ Blackrose is my character's name.
And I just had to Black Rose, since y'all said something. Did it work? Nope.
I'm actually surprised that the friends lists don't copy over between the two games. Not that it should. I'm just saying they had I've seen indications that there's definitely links between the two. So I'm just surprised.
Real quick so I can make sure I spelled it right.
Here you go. There is my crappy character.
Okay. I thought I spelled it like that.
What is it, J?
There you go. It joined.
Accept.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Now you can laugh at my progress.
No. It's not laugh at your progress. It's just you said something about Zoomers, and I sent something. Oh, I'll just send it to you. I sent something to to Zay,
Uh,
and what I told Zay was, I got this for you if you want to be a zoomer.
hey,
That's why I went, God damn it. No.
that looks like a good piece of archer gear.
Yeah, it's for an archer or a huntress or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there and I just picked it up, and it was hilarious to me because you had just said something about zoomers. I was like, that's really good if I was an archer and I needed to move around a real, or hey, that'd be good for a monk. And then you said it, and I was like, oh, I gotta send this.
Yeah. Totally.
Smart Alec.
Oh, also another thing that's very, very big. Essences are wonderful. Remember that word.
Are they similar to how they were in PoE 1?
Um,
Wither away.
yeah, they're guarantee a mod.
Okay. Cool.
So but the thing is that the biggest problem that you have in this game is you don't have like alterations where you can re-roll things, etc., etc. Um, so if you have a piece of gear and you want to add something to it, it's like, oh, it doesn't have lightning. But I like the gear is good. You in PoE 1 you could use an alteration to just re-roll mods until you got the mods you wanted.
Right.
You don't get that here. So essences will allow you to be like, okay, I've got a piece of gear. It doesn't have what I want. I transmuted it. I auged it. It doesn't have what I want, but I want to get a resistance on it. You use an essence on it. All of a sudden, you've got yourself a a resistance that you're looking for, etc. So
I went back
it
to town real
helps.
quick.
It helps keep you. Helps keeps your. It just helps. Let's just put it like that. It just helps.
Gotcha.
That's fair. Hey, I am basically inept when it
Zoomer.
comes to the crafting in these games.
How can
So
I help? Anything take your
no, I am not a
fancy?
zoomer, Zay.
Might make good scrap.
You gotta admit, that's fucking funny.
I don't have to admit
Till next
shit.
time.
Ah, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna keep that piece of equipment in case any of my other characters need it. Let's
Let's
sell
level
these two
something
damn
to level
things.
3. Do-do-do.
Oh, there's the slot I need. There we go. I want to sell you something, Una.
Would rather upgrade that, I think. Yeah. I know that this game is designed and it really appeals to people who really love getting into the math and building their own builds and stuff. And that's probably why part of it is antithetical to me. Just because I like to make informed vibe checks. Like I know enough about a game to go, yeah, this sounds good, and then roll with it. Did they improve respecking at all? Because I remember that was a nightmare if you were poor in the first one, right? You had to buy a ton of buying tons of orbs of regret wasn't just worth it. So normally it was better just to re-roll a new character. Have they
Um,
improved that at all?
they they improved it in both games. What they did was in PoE 2 they instituted the hooded one. Um, and when they instituted the hooded one, there was a gold system inside of this one.
Yeah.
Well, they in PoE 1 they did the same thing. You got
Okay.
the ability to talk to somebody, use your gold to respect your character. You don't need orbs of regret, but they still have both of them in PoE 1. In PoE 2, I think it's only gold.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil the storyline, but
Nope, it's fine.
you got you got to get the hooded one, and you would see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's just here on the ground right now. We'll get there.
We give him a couple kicks every once in a while.
I'm back today. Sorry, I didn't realize you'd already gone through.
I just walked through right now,
Suffer and
so
die.
there's no worries. I just hope, and I was just thinking about this because you brought up Diablo 4. I hope that they do something to improve the melee classes. Because I'll tell you right now, I miss playing my paladin. My paladin
Yeah.
was absolutely nasty on Diablo 4.
I think Mal could probably opine on this better, but in my opinion, outside of Cyclone, PoE has never done melee well. There have been powers that worked better than others, but the only good melee power that felt good was Cyclone, and Cyclone is not really a melee power. So I don't really expect them to overnight have figuring this. I think it's going to be one of their core challenges unless they completely overhaul the system, and I don't like from what I'm seeing so far, I don't feel like the game's overhauled. It's different. There's some new stuff to it, but it doesn't feel any different. Now, of course, we're playing
Give me a
a
moment.
class from the first game, so it's not. I mean, there's no. I'm not getting any crazy druid powers or any of that new stuff, but have you
I
played
can't
it
say
the mercenary at all?
yes.
'Cause, I mean, he's
I
definitely a
have,
new style of play.
and he's definitely a character that, let's just be honest, is I'll just be honest. PoE 2 is basically based off of controller and WASD configuration.
Nose will
You can
be much
play it.
better at it then.
You can play it with a button and mouse, but
Right. So designed with
um,
with a controller in mind first and foremost.
yeah, because the mercenary, a prime example is the mercenary, and a lot of the powers that you have are really good for kiting. And so you want to face the enemy running it while you're backing up and just pepper them.
Yeah.
You have a lot of powers that function really well that way inside of PoE 2. And so if you're running WASD, it's not a problem. You just kind of and just point your mouse toward the enemy and boom, boom, boom. The mercenary is really good at it. Um, you have a lot of different classes that can do it really well. The sorcerer actually is a good one. You if you and you will see it totally if you decide to ever play and you're like, oh, I'm going to switch over to WASD just to see how it handles. You'll
Yeah.
be like, oh wow, I can I can keep on target a lot better. And so when you keep on target, that means you're doing more DPS, means you're taking down the enemy a lot easier.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that explanation gives me a lot of in my mind going, that's why, because he started this morning a mercenary, and he initially was going to play a druid because that's what he played the last time we played PoE2 last league. And he started up the mercenary just to play for himself, and he's like, I'm going to switch to the mercenary. I like this character. And he's primarily a controller guy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I'll try out WASD later. I'm kind of curious because W is one of your QWERTY keys for your powers, so I'm curious how it changes. I mean, I literally could just
Um,
type it and see, but
what happens is the QER shift.
Death and decay.
Pretty much that's what it is. Hold up a second. I can switch over because I ain't doing nothing. I'm in town right now anyway.
fair. I didn't mean to make you do anything. I'm just saying, like, I definitely could
Yeah.
try it at some point.
It's QERF. F becomes the T place. Everything else shifts to the left.
I don't know if I like that, but that may be just testing, right?
Well, it works out really well if you think about it, because you're going to have your three fingers on A, W, and D most of the time.
Yeah.
And so F is just to the left and then E is above the D, and then A is above Q is above the A. So it actually works out really well. And R is just a shift up to a cat corner. So ERF is really easy to get to.
I sense a lot
Those
of
last
fat
three
fingering in my future if I do switch to that. That's my biggest
Why
concern.
do you think I do not like WASD?
Yeah, right. Because we have a similar opinion on this front. Yeah.
I play with the keyboard and I play with the mouse, click move, and I still have problems where I will hit the wrong buttons. I've got my fingers all in the wrong spaces. So, and WASD just does nothing but just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that too, and we're not talking about necessarily being on the keyboard playing a game. I'm a clumsy fingered, clumsy footed person.
Well, the number of times I open up my map in Diablo 4 trying to hit the Q button for the potion is an unfortunate amount. So if you pay close attention to my stream, if you ever just like go back and like just flip through it, you can tell every time I'm fat fingering in combat because I do it all the time. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, you'll see that I have a tendency of fat fingering or double striking locations.
Mm-hmm.
I just have problems. Like I was playing in the Gauntlet,
Mm-hmm.
which is extremely hard
Yeah.
for Path of Exile 1. And I would have survived because they have pause just like you have in PoE 2. I hit escape twice
Aw.
because I hit the wrong button, and then I was like, but what happened was I hit the wrong button, but I slid up and hit escape, and then I was like, oh, hit escape. And then when I did that, I undid the escape, undid it, died, and was like, hit escape once.
That sucks. Another minor thing, just as we've been playing, I'm not really a fan of being forced to use multiple abilities so far, but it's super early. And it's not like I'm using most of the abilities I'd want to use anyways. I'm using whatever's available at this time in the game.
What abilities are you talking about?
Well, just like, I don't really care about Unearth, but it feels like you have to play with multiple spells, right? You can't just, because let's be fair, PoE 1 was very much you have one ability and maybe a second one. Like, Maybe you'd have a bunch of auras in your QWERTY slots.
You could potentially, yes, design them that way. Certain builds that you can design a multi-aura and then only a couple of skills, but or slash spells. But it was pretty much you could have a whole bunch of skills on your bar.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think they've
most people
changed that.
played with like 1 or 2 major powers. That's it. Every time I see documentation from the developers for PoE2, they're always like, you need to use multiple powers and switch between them and have different things for different situations and yada yada yada.
That's
like,
true, and it is the case for everything except for minions. You can set minions up so you don't have to worry about it like that.
good. I'm just not there yet. Right?
Well, the minions that you're using aren't necessarily the better ones, depending upon if you're running snipers.
That's all I got. I got snipers and warriors. That's it.
Okay, so snipers are really good for single target. But good for single target and for clear are the arcanists.
Yeah, don't have those yet. I think Gazzy suggests for this build to use Vol guards.
Yes, that's in Act 4. Or Act 3 or Act 4.
I think it's 3 if I read his guide.
Yeah,
right.
It's Act 3. It's Act 3, sorry. Act
No,
3.
3 or 4 is good enough for me. I don't expect you to know it 100%. I don't. I just know it was written.
Yeah, so that yes, the Vol Guards is a beefed up version of the Arcanist. Let's put it like that.
Okay. So if I could
And
find the
they- and they-
Arcanist, I could use them in the meantime or something.
Right. Now, do be aware that when you decide to go for the Arcanist, this is the biggest thing that you're probably going to need to know. There are 2 Vol Guards. They have different reservation numbers.
Okay.
And so if you do there, and in his guide, he should have said it, which one it was. But if you choose the wrong one, he does not have the ability that you're looking for. And
Okay.
so you gotta check the guide. It probably would tell you in the guide. I mean, that's about all I don't know the reservation is.
Yeah, it's fair. Hey, look, man, this could be the worst guide ever, and then I can tease him, but I doubt that. I actually used a guide by him for last season for my Warlock in Diablo. Just by pure happenstance. So, I'll look at it, though. It's good. You gave me something to pay attention to that I wouldn't have known one way or another, other than when I go back to look at it, if it explicitly says it or not.
Hey, bitch!
It's nice having an expert around to give you information.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I got off my stream, because I was sitting there and I was like, hey, let me go ahead and be there just in case he needs questions, because this game is very frustrating.
Other than kibitzing, it hasn't frustrated me like that yet. But I mean, I've seen things where I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, the revive
just
isn't
you
great.
wait. Just
Oh, we're
you wait.
in Act 1, which in theory should be the easiest, right?
No, not necessarily.
In PoE 1, it's not, because that was the one they rebuilt and they keep making more and more difficult.
Right. Well, this one, I've actually gotten all the way to the boss at the end and hadn't been able to beat him. And I was like, why? Why?
I think that's where Nose and I ended up last season. Why we ended up stopping to play, just because it was just such a hard. If it's the boss I'm thinking about, Pit.
The one with the wolves, or you talking about the one with the sword in Act 2?
I remember, it was kind of a pit, and you had to walk across the walkways to go down an elevator to go down to him.
That's Act 1. That's the end of Act 1. And yes,
Yes.
I actually have been to a point where I could not beat him with my character. It took me it took a while to actually go, oh, well, if I'd have known that,
Yeah.
this would have been a lot easier, type situation.
How come you didn't just know that? Shakes head, acts like they're cooler than streamer.
Right.
That's me just personifying chat, those people in chat. Not me. I suck. I know. If I don't get it, I know it's me. That's fine, but I'll also complain about tutorialization. That's kind of one of the things I'm interested in seeing as we go along, because I've already seen it a few places, right? I mean, like, everyone jokes about getting your PhD. I don't expect this to be in on the surface. They may have done more things for quality of life and make it more accessible, but that doesn't mean it actually is. One of the things I saw listed that was definitely I saw was a concern.
My
Um,
beloved son,
People,
your death
or the
shall be
way
avenged,
that the
even
inclusion
if it
of the
takes
guides in game
1,000
works.
years.
I saw once it was announced, I saw a lot of buzz about people going, "Yeah, but why would I ever do that? It takes money away from my videos." And I'm like, "Well, let's see how many people actually use that feature." I didn't try
Well,
very hard, but I did not. In my quick look, none of the guides I found before I stumbled on this one. Not a single one of them had a link to here's the file to use to get it in game. So right now my impression is people ain't using it.
well, one of the problems is they gave us the feature, but they didn't really give us enough time to actually figure out how to use it.
That's also not a surprise. Yeah.
Because um you've got this feature that you're supposed to be able to use, but
It's the type of feature they should have launched before, like in a patch a week ahead, so you could play with it.
or yeah, because and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't even know where you put it. Where do I put the file? How do I load the file? They say it's there, but it doesn't tell me anything. This is one of those prime things that you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm supposed to load that file. I do not know where I'm supposed to select that file. And since I don't know any of those things, there's no way for me to be able to create a document or a guide that you're supposed to use if I don't even know how I'm supposed to use it.
Yeah. It's almost like if you're going to introduce a new feature to make things easier for content creators, maybe you should have provided your own video or doc on this subject so that people could
Yes.
download and research.
Or just do a video of explaining how it how it really works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was obvious that this was a beta feature, right? I wasn't expecting it to be the best thing, but I was really hoping I could test it out. Or not test someone's build with it ingrained to see how it works, right?
Right.
But the practical conversation of people who do nothing but build guides, as soon as they started saying, like, why would I ever do this? This just takes money away from my videos, which is why I'm doing this in the first place. I'm like, yep, that's a legitimate complaint from someone who's trying to make money off of build guides. Did you account for that in your build design? And now saying, well, we don't know because we don't have any documentation on it to figure out how to use it. It's like, okay, they failed on every side with this feature then.
But POB is the same thing.
Yeah, right. I did not re-download POB.
Right. So somebody saying that this is going to take away from my videos. People look at your videos anyway and grab your POB It's the same thing. I'm just gonna
Sure.
I'm gonna look at your video to understand. Your video has to
Ow.
explain
They got
how
me.
to play the different things, etc., and then go from there.
Yeah, but from what I remember back in PO, I'm playing a little devil's advocate because I don't disagree with your point either. That was in my brain. I went down this one side of the argument because of how we were talking about this, but to play the steelman of
Right.
that, there were people where
Not letting me click on you.
I would take the POE for future, but I'd usually watch the video once, kind of go through it just to get a gist, because that's how I would figure out if I even wanted to look at the POB and whether it was. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's a little column A, little column B, is where I fall on that. But, and I probably should have said something on that to begin with, but my brain didn't think about it until you started talking about that. You did the defense that I should have also included.
Oh no. It was just I was not saying anything against what you were saying. I was saying it was against what they're spouting as hey blah blah. Well,
But you
guess
also had
what?
some other valid
Cheery
things
little
there, which is
tale
like,
is
yeah,
over,
that's
old man.
definitely a concern.
That's my stuff.
Okay, take it.
I
This is
got one of those. The ball tactic staff. I got that. Actually, oh, that's what I was trying to do. Never mind.
I don't think I've gotten a single orange yet. That's fine.
Oh well,
I don't need them.
those if you get at least into Act 2, when you go back to Act 1, you'll start getting and if you decide to do a second playthrough. Okay, but when you go back to Act 1, you'll start to see these runes pop up that say unique boot, unique helmet, unique staff, unique whatever. And you can actually get them to do uniques.
I will be right back. I have to run to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'll jazz hands with Mal. Please continue your thought.
I'm just saying you can do uniques and stuff like that, but you're gonna have to go a little further to get runes. Oh, also
fine.
another thing that will slow you down, and you have to remember this. Well, you don't have to remember it, but inside of the inside of each act in certain zones, there are rune locations.
Okay.
You have to find them. Please find them because what'll happen is you go further along and you'll get this thing that says and you'll have all these rune patterns and none of them will work because you didn't grab it from Act 2 or you didn't grab it from Act 1.
Okay.
And so you'll be like, oh, what am I supposed to? I got to go all the way back to Act 1 to unlock that, find that location that I missed, unlock it, come back to where I am so I can use this stone to get whatever the item, because it's gonna say not not unlocked or something like that.
Yeah.
I've hit a few of them, but I've only hit a few of them because, and the funny thing is, it's an unlock that requires me to go to Act 4. I haven't been to Act 4 yet.
Okay. Well, I noticed on the map, or when you're doing the waypoint map, it shows you if you've missed something. Do those show up as some of those items that you on that get?
That was a good thing that they added. Yes.
So those runes will be included in that, or is it extra?
And sometimes they're on there, from what I can tell.
Give it a go.
Okay.
But I've always just kind of been going through the zone, and
All
it
right,
pops up
hand it over.
and tells me.
Okay. I'll keep an
It's
eye
like
out for
the
it.
quest thing on the left hand side or right hand side. It'll change from what it was to like right there where it says search region for more rune stones.
So if we are to heal this,
It'll
man,
change what it says
must
when you're
find
close
the
to one.
seed.
I wait here.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
You are fine.
Quick question. Did my laundry finish? My wash.
I will double check. I had put it back on for more time halfway through. So I'll check again.
Oh, it's in the dryer?
Yes.
Thank you.
I put it on for a little more time. I have a lion who is demanding food, so I need to step away for another minute or so to try to see if he'll eat.
Not a problem.
Oh. So what class is it that you're playing now, Mal?
Say again.
What class is it that you are playing now?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer. Okay. Is that the one that you've been doing for different seasons now? Or as far as
It's
a preference?
I've been playing the Infernalist mostly, but and well, let's put it like this: I've been playing the Infernalist for the first two seasons. 01 and 02 was Infernalist. As a summoner. Then I switched over to trying other things because I wanted to, just try some other stuff.
Right.
And ever since I tried other things, I haven't really been successful. And what I mean by successful is I have quit the campaign multiple times and not really been through to the end.
That right there tells me that they still have a lot of work to do. Because I can understand a game having its difficulties and hurdles, but it being that nut crushing hard, um, or obtuse.
Well,
Let's
a lot of it is trying to get to the point of understanding that the game is different. That's another thing. Because just like we were talking about, you got to do, you're always looking for a one button solution, and you can
right.
do a one button solution with PoE 1. That's easy. You, one button solution in this game is not as easy. You can do it, but you can do a one button solution. That's not a, but it has to come later. So it's like, okay, at the beginning of the game, and one of the things that is like a real big teller for the beginning of the game
Right.
is you could do what you want to call it, the using resistances and exposure and things like that to lower the resistance of bosses is a huge thing, and I mean huge. DPS, you like melt bosses as long as you're using multiple powers to do those type of things. You're not used to that when you start PoE 2. you're
Right.
you're like, hey, PoE 1, I don't need to use those type of things to be able to beat a boss. But in PoE 2, you gotta do it. And so what happens is you have to learn that first. First, you gotta have that come to Jesus moment,
Yeah.
and then go, okay, well, this is a different game. I got to play it differently. But that even with that moment, it can be difficult because now you're like, okay, I got to push multiple buttons. I got to do these things. What what power can I use to do that without causing too much problems?
The jury is still out for me on whether I like the inspiration for the second game or not, right? Just being honest, right? Like them pushing for Dark Souls and me being a very anti Dark Souls individual. I'm not saying I don't like difficult games, but I have issues there. We've talked about it, us before.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It- my so I don't know. Did I describe this to you this way? I can't remember if you heard it. So when those two were pushing me to do this, I kept saying that like they're trying to pull me back into the toxic relationship but instead of dating the previous fling, it's the hot mess of a sister. That's why I call it PoE 2. That's just how I've described this. I figured you'd get a kick out of that, right? Like it's like
That's funny.
because like I got out, right? Like, and let's be fair, you kept playing, but it was around Expedition, whether it was the league before, it was Expedition itself. That's where like myself and a bunch of other people said I have had enough of PoE 1. But it was due to a lot of things, right? There the obvious lack of resources being applied to the game because everything was going into PoE 2. I the changes they made, blah 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 blah, right? That led me down a road of just like I've been frustrated for a while. It's not going the way I want. I want to walk away. And it's not even because I hate PoE 1. I'm just frustrated. They
Right.
would say, we want to improve accessibility. And then PoE 1's like, oh, and we're also going to add 3 different new ways to craft this league. And we're not going to document any of it. And we're not going to do anything with quality of life. So suck it. That was their stance, like every league. And it weighed on me. And I didn't expect a miracle from Jonathan, right? Like, I know that Mr. Wilson was very happy to take the blame for a lot of things. So his team didn't get blamed. But it was also pretty obvious that like he had some golden calves that as long as he was the face of the company, they were never going to change. And I've seen them address some of that. Like there's definitely been more and more quality of life added to PoE 2 from what I've seen, but it's not necessarily the quality of life I need, if that makes sense, that I personally want. It's
Right.
good that it's
Right.
there, but it's not enough. Like the concept of having those build guides in game is great. That's a great improvement. It's something that should have been in the game 10 years ago. If you want to make it obtuse, they're just they realize that they need to make a new player or a less experienced player or a player who can't be fucked to bother to get their PhD. They acknowledge that they need to do something for these people, but they struggle with actually doing enough to truly address the problems, right? Because I think from their standpoint, they're like, no, but all the mystery is important. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't think you need as many crafting systems, or if you do, maybe they need to be more streamlined. That's just me. But I also know that, a lot of big streamers would get offended by that and be like, no, I need that stuff. So like it's an impasse that I don't think will ever get fully solved. But I'd love to see more effort, right? Like
Right.
actually make your tooltips in game work. But they'll be like, yeah, but it's so complex. There's so many things. It's impossible for it to do it. So I was like, well, then maybe that indicates that your game's too complex already and it needs a little streamlining so that you can add more different complexity afterwards.
Well,
If your game can't calculate how much damage in the tooltips, it's missing a piece of information that should be taken for granted and help people actually learn what their character does, right? Like that's just me.
well, I'm about to say something that probably both of you would recognize, but let's see. Everything you're describing to me is basically akin to somebody writing code all in one contiguous line and no documentation.
Oh, we both know a person. It starts with T. And that's all I'm going to say. We will protect
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or the other half that's just as bad, the person who vibe codes with ChatGPT and doesn't do any testing and just goes, yeah, I'm sure it'll work just fine. I'm sensing Mal just inwardly groaning on that one.
Look,
Come out wherever.
how can I put this? I have, oh my gosh, we have a lot of people that we have to deal with, and some of the things that we have to tell them is, and they look at you like you're like they look at you like, why? It's like, you do understand the reason you have to do this, right? Huh?
Obviously, the answer is no. No, they don't understand.
And the worst thing about it is, because they are doing because and they're and the worst thing about it is that the younger generation is the ones who are going to be in control. Because eventually I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be I'm not working for this no more. I'm retired or whatever. And they are going to be setting themselves up for so much trouble, so much issues.
Well, here's some good news. CEOs and C-suites are starting to admit that they don't know that they've actually had any return on investment for their investments in AI. And I'm like, so what you're telling me is that for 2 years you've been, well, maybe some up to 3 or 4. When would ChatGPT get really big? 2022 maybe was like the first one that really started taking off. Say up to 4 years, right? So you're telling me you've been operating, throwing millions and millions of dollars on AI for multiple years, and you've never once up to this point questioned,
I
hey,
died. I could not get.
Is this actually giving us any value?
Sandwiched.
Oh, they got me too. That just seems completely insane to me, but also seems par for the course for this AI clusterfuck. That's what I like calling it, but
well, the thing
I'm sure you have a
that,
tamer way of calling it.
And I have mentioned it in a couple of videos that I've recorded and a couple of streams that I've done. I use an AI. I'm trying to get back into coding. I'm relearning a new language because I started out with QBasic. I started out with Basic and going on to Visual Basic, then C, C++, C Sharp. I could go down the list. So I'm learning Python. I use the AI for getting my thoughts together and practicing and being able to go, okay, is this code correct? But never do I assume that anything that AI provides to me is correct. I go, okay, now I'm going to test it like if I were a QA person in a freaking job. And that's what I think one of the things that I think
not where the
miss.
problem. That's not where the problem comes from AI. The problem is AI will give you code and it works. The problem is it does not understand that this code that works has security issues and problems where you're leaving a variable usage in a way that you shouldn't, things like that. That's where AI is failing, or not. I can't say it's failing. That's where everybody is failing, thinking AI is doing the right thing.
It's derivative and dumb. You want to see it point blank? Watch any of the hundreds of videos that now exist online of people having it play chess. Or you want to see it firsthand? Do what I do, which is hilarious, because I just did this morning. Get it to play Wordle. when I don't give a crap about a day for my Wordle thing, when I just don't feel like exercising my lexicon, or I'm just like, all right, I don't know. I was gonna walk away at this point because I just don't feel like continuing. I'll consult ChatGPT because I don't care. I'm just doing it for testing to see how it responds. And like today, it gave me a word. It reordered the letters that I gave it and gave me something that it physically could not be. And I'm like, you're wrong. I gave you an exact pattern. Why'd you do this? And it just goes, well, I decided to do it this way instead. And I'm like, well, why'd you do that? And all it can say is, I don't know. That's what I decided to do. I was wrong. You're right. You did tell me what to do. And when I actually listened to what you said, I was able to give you good ideas. Okay, so what'd you learn? Well, it didn't learn anything. Because it's not smart. It doesn't fundamentally understand what it's doing. That's a problem.
I think I'm about to crash.
Most people don't understand that it's using a Gaussian probability matrix. That's all it's doing.
Yep,
And
I crashed.
I'm just standing here waiting for you.
I know.
And because it's doing a Gaussian probability matrix, a lot of it's not really making any thought processes.
Mhm.
It's just this is probably going to be right, based off of the material I have already have.
And don't get me wrong, it can be very useful. It could be a great search front end. But did you hear about what Google's going to do? They're about to basically remove all the links and just give you an AI front end. Now maybe you have to go forth a couple pages to get to it, but their intent is to completely replace Google search with an AI.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's the death of the internet right there. Well, the death of the Google search, because that's when Bing can reign supreme, and I'm not even joking. Because all of these, what's going to happen if all these websites that require or that make their money by you going, I don't know, what does dexterity do in PoE 2? And you click on this link, and someone wrote an article that says this is what dexterity does. If no one's clicking on that link anymore, they're not making any money, which means whoever's writing that stupid basic article that just explains really quickly for you what dexterity does is out of a freaking job. And if AI doesn't have any actual authors of making real web pages to go look and farm their information, and AI is derivative, then there's no freaking internet. Because no one's getting paid. And they're still going forward with this. I don't understand it. It's going to destroy everything if it actually works. I expect a big revolution and them pulling back, but
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it. I think it's people are still going to get paid. It's the same situation as it is right now. It's going to force people to actually pay for the service.
Well, the class action lawsuits are going to come out. It's like, you're harvesting all this information from my website, and you took away all my clicks. You owe me for those.
Well, no. The AI still would direct you to where you need to go. That's
Will
the
it?
thing.
Perhaps I should follow.
And even if it does, will anyone click on it? I submit they will not. Because most people will just trust whatever the AI says. And I almost guarantee you they're going to hide whatever they're pulling information from because it already does. 90% of what they do is they pull it from Reddit. And for a lot of sources, Reddit is not authoritative. So you should not trust the results you're getting anyways.
I was going to say, let's be honest. We're talking about, when you're talking about people that are not going to click on the links to verify, you're talking about Generation Z and Generation Alpha. Primarily Alpha. Alpha is so much hell of a problem.
Good luck, hero. But now I'm gonna get while the getting's good.
Yeah, I'm not saying I would expect all three of us would want to know the source, especially if it tells us, no, drinking bleach is safe. Don't worry about it. In fact, you should add that to all your cooking recipes. I think all three of us are going to go, what? And then we're going to go find the article where someone says, yeah, I decided to take up putting bleach in all my recipes. And we're going to be like, that dude's dead. But how many idiots are going to follow it? Like, a lot.
Right.
That's the problem. But we've all been trained in the age of critical thinking, which is no longer taught and no longer being encouraged. I could rant about that stuff all day long. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
Yeah, I just
Go ahead.
there have been many times that when doing code, even basic things, I've gone, no, the information when it comes to the AI, I'm using ChatGPT. I'm like, the information you're giving me is wrong. But that's because I'm you know, I was trained in doing development in the form of you QA your shit. But okay, click it. Gimme.
I
Give
need
me
to
my stuff.
replace my crappy white wand with a better crappy white wand. Sorry. There is your stuff.
Ooh, look, another exalted orb.
So, as a minion guy, you are replacing your rattling scepter as much as possible, right?
Well, right now I have a yellow one. I have not found anything that's given me more than level 1 skeletal warrior minion. In fact, I haven't seen a rattling scepter in an hour and 49 minutes.
Yeah, something's wrong. You sure you got your filter isn't messed up?
I don't even have a filter. That's something I went, oh god, this is something I'm going to need to do off stream.
Well, I think it's mostly the game not liking him, unfortunately, because I have one that is an orange that
I
gives
haven't
me
seen. I
level
haven't
4
gotten a single
skeletal
orange
warriors.
either.
Yeah, that what you want to call it, the rattling. Yeah, you kind of want to make sure you get that because
I would love to if it gave me something, but it hasn't given me anything.
every level of rattling saber where it gets your skeletal warriors go up, it's less and less reservation for adding more. What you want to do is you just want to keep your rattling your warriors at 2.
Yep.
You want to put as many into either skeletal sniper or you want to put it in the arcanist, and you want to go ahead and get as many of those as you possibly can.
I would love to, but I have seen basically no usable, even like just one property items. That was a white that I used an orb on that turned it yellow. But I haven't even found a better base.
Right.
That's how bad it's been.
That makes 2 of us. See that there? No.
I
their
swear
eyes
I'm
don't
not
deceive
paying
you.
the PoE
Don't
2
worry,
gods
Betty.
to give me
Go
all
on
the
then.
drops.
That's what she says.
I mean, to be fair, Zay does grab like all of the whites on the floor, so I'm just giving you some crap.
That's also another thing that is very big with PoE 2. Do not dismantle. Change it to gold.
Okay.
Infection.
Gold is more important than dismantling it, trying to get yourself transmutes and alterations and things like that.
Because, well, I mean, gold didn't even exist in PoE 1 when we played, right? That was something that came later.
Right.
Zay, I hope you know that I was just teasing and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
being serious. I want to make sure that's
Mm-hmm.
abundantly clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get shivved after stream. It's very clear.
Yep. That's what I'm hearing. That
Uh-huh.
Well, this is a flaw with how they have the game design. If white bases are going to be important, especially in chapter 1, then if you put it on, permanent allocation, why aren't whites allocated to each person? They're not.
Right.
So someone not even intending anything just can easily forget and go, "Oh, right, all whites are for everyone." Like that's just I
Right.
would submit that's also bad design and a flaw. Is it a long-term flaw? No, but it's definitely a problem for the first time or the new person experience that wants to play in a party. So, but I mean, considering
My
how aggressive they are with and how much content they deliver, I know that quality of life is always going to suffer, but they kind of need a quality of life team that sole job is to work on quality of life in between expansions. And then just when it's ready, throw it out there. That's how you get around that.
my question would be, and this goes to a little bit of a upper level, yes, question that I would have for the developer is like, why why so much intent to deviate from things that have been established with PoE 1?
Oh, that's easy. You don't want to make the same game. You want it to
Yeah.
be a different game.
That's why I
Oh,
think at some point they said, no, we're not bringing the skill gem system back. We're just going to do all these things that everyone wants in PoE 1. Yeah, that's not coming. It's never coming to PoE 1. That's going to be the core of our new game.
but didn't they say at the beginning that there was gonna be like, okay, pretty much one whole interface that people can basically choose to start up in PoE 1 to run through that base 10 and then go into PoE 2 or
That
go
was
into
that was
PoE 2?
initial. That was initially what they
Yes.
said, but that then they came back and said, "We're not going to do that.
Yep. We're
We
going
Okay.
to
are
make two
going
different
to
games.
create two separate games instead of making it a this is the first one, then you roll into the second one."
And I think they realized that a lot earlier than they actually started communicating that too. I'm pretty sure.
They realized it because what was going on was they figured out how much work they would have to redo on Path of Exile 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was like that this is not feasible for them to be able to do that.
So then, in my further question, because we've both seen this happen, we've all seen this happen, and I keep bringing it up because we've seen it happen with an old game that we all played. Aren't they in risk of dividing the player base?
Yes, but
Um
no.
yeah.
He Jonathan answered this in his interview with legendary drops. That he literally talked about this.
Ziggy.
Well, I didn't see Ziggy's, but I saw legendary drops one version of it. So I'm not surprised he's addressed it multiple places. But the TLDR is PoE 1 is stable, which means there's a lot of people like Mal who prefer it and play it. You might jump and test out the new PoE 2 stream, but they're not losing players. So until that happens, I don't think they're like, if they all of a sudden have a drastic decline, then yeah, that's when it's in threat. But right now it has a stable and they've determined acceptable level of user base, which despite everything with PoE has not decreased. Maybe at some point they'll say that stable is not enough, but
Yeah,
Right.
so they know they're
However,
not getting
on the
any
bright side,
new player base for
yeah,
PoE 1.
right.
Okay. So they have saturated the market of the individuals that are going to be doing PoE 1.
And they've decided
They
that whatever
need
that is a sustainable income, and they're fine to keep it that way.
right. And so what they're doing is they're then said, okay, we got the new game, and we're going to, and this is the reason why I believe they decided to go heavy into WASD and heavy into controllers, because PoE 1 is very hard to play on PlayStation.
Yeah.
The controller configuration, it just doesn't work very well. Well, they built 2 to be more controller centric, and guess what? By doing that, they have expanded the player base. Now, instead of, man, this game is clunky on PlayStation, it's like, hey, this is pretty good.
You've been a bad
Right.
bird, haven't you?
And they made it also that they also have, how can I say, expanded their player base, because now you can play on, if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, both of you can play on the same system.
He ran off.
Don't run.
I would mock that to
playing.
some extent, saying that there's probably only one more, maybe 2 more generations
Yes.
left of
Show me
consoles,
what you've got.
but that's still like 10 years or something crazy. So, I mean, they're probably good with a 10-year life cycle, to be honest.
Yeah, well, a lot of I don't know exactly if that's the case, because there's a lot more development going into mini PC configurations.
Well, nothing about the market this second makes sense because of RAM prices and
Right.
everything else, but the trend prior to the RAM apocalypse and the current
Right.
Iran situation and yada 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 was, it looked pretty succinct that everyone was moving towards, like, Sony may not have gotten the memo, but everyone else seemed to have gotten the memo that PC was kind of where things were moving, because
Yes,
and now
that's true.
and on the same
But-
token with that, now especially with the RAM apocalypse, with how expensive stuff is, I don't even know if the next generation is gonna be worth it, because you're kind of
We're
in
just getting started.
they're kind of in low grade PC territory. And when
Right.
if
And
both things
so-
are too expensive and your average person can't afford either, if they're ever able to afford it, they're probably going to go with the PC because it has more versatility. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that's why I'm saying, like, in the next 10 years there was already a trend towards moving away from consoles, and we're in a crazy time right now, but with what's happened in this crazy time, I don't think that's changed and pushed us back to a console situation, right? Like,
right. So what I mean by what I was saying is, the concept of a branded console is gone. That's going to be leaving.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
just like you said, within the next 10 years, yes, that's probably
so we'll have like
true.
the OEM consoles for Microsoft, like the
Yeah,
ROG
you'll
Ally,
have-
which is kind of the prototype, right? Like,
Right.
so
You'll
Asus or
start
something could
seeing-
make something that has
Right.
Xbox branding. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about that, but I do agree that probably will happen. Yeah.
That's what I was meaning, because I was
Okay.
like, yeah, he's hitting it, but I don't think
I
he
didn't
realized
talk
what
about
I
that.
was.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are on point. I agree with that, and that was not part of what was in my head. But yes, that's actually a really important part of the conversation as well. Yeah. We are in accord, sir. Thank you for catching a very important piece. You've known me long enough, man. Like,
Right.
you know where I'm at. Like, it's in my head. You know I'm a business geek. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about
Oh,
all this
definitely.
crap. Like, I said this to Zay on a stream a while ago when we were talking about these things. Like, I really think Sony's in a way worse position than Microsoft. And despite the fact of how much I've dunked on very bad decisions by Microsoft, we've been around and lived through these. Like, Don Matrick was an idiot, right? He made them fail the most important generation to win, because that was when everyone's libraries kind of became solidified.
Right.
And but here's the thing. Xbox has done this so many times. They have been correct, but 5 to 10 years too early. Like,
Yeah.
online DRM, that's where we're at now. Steam. That's online DRM, man. All our stuff is digital. But they got crucified because one, Don Matrick is an idiot. He presented it in the worst way possible. And the economy is not the right word, but I guess consumers were not ready for it yet, right? And so
Right.
PlayStation dunked on them hard and won so many brownie points during that generation. And they've never been able to recover from it. I firmly believe all of their moving into streaming and stuff, yeah, that's great. In Europe, in the United States, there's so much rural area that still doesn't have good internet. And even if you're in a city, you don't necessarily have good internet. But you're more likely to have something that can support streaming. But once you get outside the big cities, streaming doesn't function. Right? Streaming games and stuff. It doesn't work. It only works in the big cities for us. But in Europe, or in areas that built infrastructure later, like I think South Korea has one of the best internet infrastructures, I think. I might be pulling that out of my butt, but I vaguely remember this factoid from somewhere, right? Like, so in some places that works fine. So their whole big gamble on streaming and stuff, yeah, I'm sure. Them going like, yeah, everything's an Xbox. Worst branding ever right now. But I understand where they were going. Right? Like, you're just too early, man. This seems to be their problem. They're so forward thinking, but they never go, maybe we should like start getting the infrastructure in place, but like not act on that right now. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Maybe they should go buy AT&T or something and get the infrastructure in place so their streaming will actually work. Like,
Hey,
so
Tef,
that they could push that direction. Yeah, what's up?
I was just gonna say, we've been recording for a little bit over 3 hours.
We have.
I
This
know
is
there was a
long
little
for
hiccup
us.
in the. Yes, it is long for us, and I have to start getting ready because Nose gets out of work in about 2 hours. It is
That time. Okay. Oh man, Mal, we need to do these more. I know I can't do this on your stream because
That is
I'll
if you don't
accidentally
talk his ear
cuss.
off.
No. It's because he's more family friendly than me, so I have to work really hard at not cussing when I'm on his stream. He bears with it when he's on ours. I know. So I
we
appreciate
would
it.
have to we would have to make sure that if Nose gets back into streaming and recording, then to be careful. It's like, okay, keep it PG, Nose, keep it PG.
But if you enjoy doing this type of stuff and just bantering, I mean, this is basically what Jade and I do for the rambles, except for I get B-roll first. I don't play anything. I had Dragon Quest ready for the first ramble, and I touched the controller for all of 5 seconds the entire time. I was too busy on the ramble. Whereas this time we were actually playing. But I like doing these rambles as we talk. Like, sometimes we talk about the game, sometimes we just play the game. Sometimes we're more focused on it.
Right.
But like, if you ever feel like doing something like this where you're not into streaming one night, but you're like, hey, let's do something, I'll happily BS with you and do a beer and pretzels conversation with whatever's on the screen with you anytime. You just have to let me know.
Not a problem.
It gives me a reason or a thing to plan a stream around. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I appreciate it, sir. But yes,
No
let
problem.
us call the official stream here so Zay can get ready. That was some good times. I don't hate the game yet. I have a lot of reservations, but I need to play more of it before I can fully talk about it. And I do
I was gonna
appreciate
say,
your insight.
just wait till the end of this act.
Oh, well, then I might have some very juicy things to say based on what you guys just talked about. I'm curious.
We would not be able to be on Mal's
This funny
stream
one is
because
here
there'd be a
on
lot
your
of bad words coming out of
Here's
your
what I've got.
mouth.
I have a feeling at least one has slipped your lips in your own experience of this game. I have to assume.
next time.
No, I actually
You
hold
amazingly
up.
have resisted.
hold up. I might actually have. I remember somebody saying, "Ooh, you cussed," and I was like, "What?" I said, "I cussed." What did I say? And they were like, "Oh, dude,
You
you
said, "Gosh
cussed."
darn it."
I said something. I don't even know what I said, but it was like they were like, "Oh, you cussed," and I was like, "When did this happen? What are you talking about?" Yeah,
That's
so I
funny.
can't say that I haven't.
Okay, fair. But yeah, but I know you keep you definitely intend your stream to be more family friendly than mine. I mean, it's not anti friendly, but I'm I know I was raised around people that weren't sailors but cuss like them, so it is what it is. But anyway,
Right.
I try my best, but it's gonna slip out.
Yeah.
And
It's
authenticity
okay.
is important, and it's part of me. But you need to remind me ground rules if we ever do something like this on your side. I will not play a game. I will focus on all of my effort on not cussing. I promise I could be a good boy.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I understand. Hey, and I will say that I've had that happen where I was sitting there and I was playing with somebody else, and they were like, "Hey, I'll keep it PC," and then they just were like, "Boom, boom, boom," boom. And I was like, "Okay." And then so what was happening was, what I do is I put Discord on, and I was talking to them on Discord, but they were not on my stream. And
Got
they
it.
were
Right.
like, "Hey," and it's like, "Who are you?" Because people were like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm talking to a friend of mine who uses a lot of bad language.
Yeah.
You see, all you have to remember, we'll put up a note in front of you, Taff. You know, there's golly geez willikers. We'll put the translations. So if you want to say this best words is gonna be golly gosh darn it, gee
You know,
willikers for this other one.
no, I need the beep on my stream deck so I can just like
uh,
so I can
So
cuss
you
off
get
to the
used to
side.
beeping yourself instead of cursing.
Well, no, I can mute
you press,
myself, but I put the button so that I'm muted, but I also press the beep so people get it on my side.
yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. It's like, yep. Ah.
Well,
All right. Well,
I
on that,
must say that the fact that you're keeping your streams PC and not cursing, that's a much harder job, especially when you're dealing with
This game.
issues with games,
uh-huh.
and other types of issues, which I'm not gonna go into. That it's very easy that you want to just spout out a whole bad sentence. So that's a much harder job on top of what you're doing. So
Yeah.
kudos to you.
Agreed. All right.
All right.
Well, on that note, thanks for hanging. Let's put a pin on it, and I don't know if you're still playing the next time we're playing, and then you want to just hang out and give advice. You're welcome to, but otherwise, we'll catch up in real life and stuff later.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
All right, buddy.
Y'all have a good one.
Yep, thanks. Bye, buddy.
Bye.